The California Dental Assistants Association is no longer part of the American Dental Assistants Association. Why did CDAA leave the ADAA, and what has that meant for your members?
January 15th of 2025, there were some changes that were going on with the American Dental Assistants Association, and the CDAA and its leadership and its members also agreed that it was in the best interest for our members to separate.
What have you seen in that 4 or 5 months since that has happened? What's been the result?
The results really have been very positive.
Hey everybody, welcome back into another edition of the Dental Assistant Nation podcast. My name is Kevin Henry, founder of the Dental Assistant Nation, and so glad you joined us today. I'm really excited about today's conversation because I think it's one that we need to be having in dental assisting today, and I'm thrilled to have on a dear friend of mine, a longtime dental assistant and an advocate for dental assistants out there all over the country, but especially in the state of California, and that is Shari Becker. Hey Shari, what's going on?
Hi, Kevin. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I was so glad to run into you at the CDAA, the California Dental Association meeting back in Anaheim recently. It was great to catch up with you.
It was a great meeting indeed, and I really enjoyed that meeting, and California Dental Assistants Association is really honored and proud to be able to be a part of that meeting as well. So it was really a great surprise to see you.
Well, it's always great to run into you, and I know CDAA, the California Dental Assistants Association, has done so many good things. We're going to hop into that in just a minute, but before we dive in, I want our audience to know a little bit more about you and how you're impacting dental assistants through CDAA and other ways.
Well, sure. Well, thank you for that. Well, with the California Dental Assistants Association, I have served in a number of capacities, and I am a past president of the association, and I am currently serving as the government relations chair, also involved with their corporate sponsor committee, also serving as president of our local Diablo Dental Assistant Society. And just also as a side, I am still a working chairside dental assistant. I've been with my employer now celebrating 30 years, and also am an educator and celebrating 30 years also as a dental assisting educator as well. So I'm honored to be here, and thank you for the invitation.
Well, like I said, you have impacted dental assistants for a long time. I'm thrilled that you and I have such a long relationship, and I'm excited to have you on today because I know that one thing that has happened is that the California Dental Assistants Association is no longer part of the American Dental Assistants Association, the ADAA. And so, Shari, let me ask a 30,000-foot view here question. Why did CDAA leave the ADAA, and what has that meant for your members?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and I know it's been a question that's been asked by a number of folks. So really, after multiple meetings with the American Dental Assistants Association, we've had a great relationship with them for such a long time. And I actually am a fellow of the American Dental Assistants Association and had an opportunity to serve as a trustee for the 12th district on their board of trustees a number of years ago. But we really felt that there were some changes that were going on with the American Dental Assistants Association, and the CDAA and its leadership and its members also agreed that it was in the best interest for our members to separate. Discontent with member services, there were inconsistencies with dues rebates, and benefit changes were really the chief concerns on why we did decide to make that move.
And when did that happen? I want to make sure I have the timing down right.
The timing was January 15th of 2025, so It's been recent.
So yeah, very recent. And what have you seen in that, I guess, 4 or 5 months since that has happened? What's been the result?
Well, that's a great question too. The results really have been very positive. We've received positive feedback from our memberships as well as the community as well. We're seeing an uptick in our professional and our student memberships, and we're really looking forward to continued growth in those areas. So,
were there a lot of questions at CDAA about the move? Were dental assistants curious about that?
Not so much so curious. It was just an opportunity really for us to give them information about what CDAA is currently doing and some of the goals that we're moving forward with.
So tell me how it's benefited California assistants. You mentioned some of the reasons why the move happened. So what are some of the benefits of that you're seeing or hope to see?
Well, our ability to focus on the specific needs of the California dental assistants is really enhanced. Additional benefit programs, we've been able to bring back the professional liability insurance, which was a chief concern. Also, for our members, our annual dues are now being able to be offered at a lower rate, so it's making membership more affordable and more attainable for some of our members in California.
So I'm curious because you said it happened back in January. So how long of a process was this for you all to finally decide this was the time and we're going to do this?
Well, we had had multiple meetings over quite a number of months, and the meetings included the leadership, of course, of ADAA. And so the decision was not an easy decision
Yeah.
from our side. And many of our leaders in California have served as presidents of ADAA and in other leadership roles as well with our national organization. So it was with great thought that we put all of this together. And so, like I said, it's been a very recent move for us.
So with this move, have other states reached out to you to ask about it, or do you see this as perhaps a little bit of a domino effect that could happen?
Well, that's a great question, too. And, a number of our meetings did include other state leadership in conjunction with the ADAA leadership prior to this decision with California being made. However, at this time, we are not really aware of the status of other states. Yeah.
All right, well, then let's focus on California, obviously. What comes next for CDAA? What do you see as for the rest of this year and beyond with this move?
Well, thank you for asking that. So, so CDAA is going to continue to provide our strong leadership and advocacy for all dental assistants in California. We remain committed to offering valuable resources, education, and support to our members as we move forward. We look forward also to further developing our professional relationships with the thousands of California dental assistants who provide that necessary and important care with our communities. Not only that, but we also encourage all dental assistants to support our endeavors and keep the profession of dental assisting strong in the state of California. So with that, we are asking them to join our organization, and it's an easy way to find us. We're at www.cdaaweb.org. And so they can find us, check us out, check out our website and all the other great opportunities that we're going to be able to offer.
And we're absolutely going to have that link in the show notes. If you're listening to this, we want to make sure that it's an easy way to learn more about what's going on in California. I am curious because you mentioned you also work with a local component in the dental assisting world as well. So, how do you balance the state with the local? What's the importance of drilling down to the local level for dental assistants?
That is a great dynamic that we have. So, our state association helps support our local dental assisting societies, and we have a number of local dental assisting societies similar to the dental societies that are found locally as well. So, our state helps to support our local dental assisting societies as well, both financially and with other outside supports as well. So we offer education programs and so forth. And I can speak for our local dental assisting society that we do a lot of networking with our local dental society as well as our hygiene society. And so we're one big family, and it is truly a team. And we're really honored and blessed to be able to have the opportunities that we're currently having. So
And one thing I have to ask, because California obviously is such a big state, such a very dynamic state from a state level. How do you make sure that the dental assistants in the north, the dental assistants in the south, wherever you may be, kind of feel connected? How important is that for CDAA?
that is extremely important. And so we have a number of ways that we do it. One way is actually through leadership. So dental assistants have an opportunity to jump on board with leadership through their local dental assisting society. Also, the ability to serve in leadership on our state society. We have regular board meetings, and that's how the communication gets filtered through. We also do publications, regular newsletters, and communication to our dental assistants throughout this state.
And last question for you. I'm very curious because this next generation of dental assistants that's coming in, how are you explaining the importance of being a part of a community of dental assistants to them and making sure they understand why organized dentistry still matters today?
That is a great question too, Kevin. I have my feet kind of dipped in two worlds, right? Still as a working assistant and involved with my state association, but also as an educator. So we really encourage our educators in the dental assisting programs to, I'm going to say drip, I guess, on our student population about the importance of professionalism because this is the healthcare profession. And so the emphasis, professionalism, what that means, what that entails, and how that reflects not just through our students in the educational programs, but also into the office, those inter-office relationships in networking professionally as well with our other team members in the office. So the professionalism piece of it is really quite important.
And we know dental assistants are dental professionals, and that's a very important thing to remember. So, uh,
Absolutely.
Hey friends, I'm heading to Nashville this year to speak at Accelerate the Dental Revenue Workshop. This isn't just another event. It's packed with real strategies, real solutions, and the kind of insight that actually moves your practice forward. If you're ready to grow, lead, and finally make your systems work for you, grab your ticket. Use my code KevinH to save $150, and I'll see you in Music City.
so Shari, just one more time, make sure people know how they can find the CDAA online, if you don't mind, please.
Sure, you can find us at www.cdaaweb.org. That's where you'll find us.
There you go. And is that a good way to get a hold of you if they're looking for more information, or is there another way that might be best?
Absolutely. They can find me there. I am also found under Diablo Dental Assistance Society on our website. They can reach out to me directly there. There's an email that will push and they can contact me there. That's great.
Awesome. We'll have that in the show notes, so very easy to find. And Shari, I really appreciate this. I know that this is a very interesting time for not only the CDAA, but the ADAA as well. And I thank you for coming on to kind of explain some of the dynamics behind this move.
Well, Kevin, it's been my pleasure, and I appreciate you too as a professional colleague, but also more importantly as a friend. And we know that it's all about the relationships that we build throughout our professional career and how those will carry us through other life adventures that we have. And I'm just very appreciative of you and the opportunity to share. So thank you once again.
No, absolutely. One thing that I have learned about some of these friendships like yours that I've developed throughout the years in dental assisting is that so many of us are in lockstep that we want to make sure dental assistants grow, that they're respected, that they get everything that they deserve. And so I'm so thankful for voices like yours out there, and we're going to keep amplifying those here at Dental Assistant Nation.
Sounds great. Thank you again for the opportunity, Kevin.
Absolutely. And dental assistants, thank you for being a part of this episode. We want to let you know what's going on around the country. We want to let you know why we still think organized dentistry is very important for this next generation to be a part of. And we want to make sure, as always, that you know just how valued and respected you are in this industry. So until next time, it's Kevin Henry, founder of Dental Assistant Nation, signing off. And as always, wishing you, my friends, nothing but success ahead.